Now the last and the most complex system and the most crucial on the 915 or 916 engine that we will introduce is electrical system. And I invited our colleague Toni, who is the main architect of the electric system on the GOGETAIR aircraft. So Toni, please be so kind and explain to us what are the advantages of this electrical system and how we have solved it on our aircraft.
Well, the advantage, of course, of the 915 engine is that we have two generators which are supplying, one is supplying only the engine, the other one is supplying all the avionics in the aircraft. Also, we have two batteries which are working independently, and one is running when you are in normal operation, and if you are in emergency operation, then you can switch to backup battery.
So if I understand correctly, we have 4 sources of power on the aircraft, correct?
Exactly, yes. Two are, let's say, storage energy, and two are generators which are supplying different sources and different parts of the engine and, of course, of the aircraft.
And this 915 or 916 engine and 912 IS needs battery for operation in comparison to all other aircraft that have carbureted engines. This is why we need to make sure that the fuel pumps are running, because fuel pumps are high pressure fuel pumps that are running on electrical power.
Yes, the engine is running only when the main pumps are on. That means they are making high pressure, so that's why we need electricity all the time.
So Toni, if we have failure of the main generator, will the engine stop?
No, because we have two generators, and the second one will take over if the main generator is in failure.
How will this be indicated?
We have, of course, indication lights in the cockpit, so we can see that something is wrong, and this switching between main and backup generator will do automatically.
So in remote chance that we have failure of both generators, what happens?
Yes, still we have two batteries, and we have to, of course, switch emergency switch in the cockpit, and then we can run engine only on battery source.
Okay, since we have two batteries, we can run this for how long? How long will the engine run without any generator?
We have at least 45 minutes energy available to run the engine and safely land.
Toni, obvious advantage of IS series of Rotax engine is of course lower fuel consumption, and in case of 915 and 916 engine higher power that you can get from the engine. But if we now speak about the electrical system, it has become much more complex.
Yes.
The electrical system has to run high pressure fuel pumps.
Correct.
That require much more power for the operation, and since we are incorporating more and more avionics, we have more power from the generator. So you have installed many, you have done the electrical installation on many 912 ULS carbureted engines, and now we have started to use this IS engine. So how would you compare those two electrical systems, and what are the advantages, or if there are any disadvantages in the new engines?
Yes. Basically, this engine needs electricity all the time. It needs the consumption of the current is higher than the standard engine 912 and 914. But main difference is in these two generators, which are running really independently. The first one is supplying only engine, the other one is supplying avionics, and in case one is failure, the other one is taking care of
engine itself, no?
Oh yes, all the consumption which the engine needs.
Yeah.
So that's the base difference, and all is controlled by engine control unit, which is controlling complete system of the valves, of the injections, and all engine is needed.
So the engine has two independent electric systems, correct? For the engine operation itself.
Yes.
Not only generators, but it operates on two independent electrical systems. So in case of the failure
Yes.
of one electrical system that is supplying the current to the injectors,
Yes.
No? We have another system that is taking care of the engine operation.
Yes,
no?
there are two lines in the control of the engine, and one line is doing the same as the second line. So if one is failing, the other one is then taking over the control of the motor.
And what the advantage of this engine is health monitoring.
Yes.
Much more sensors and much more data.
Yes.
So we would probably know that something on the engine is failing much before it will fail, because we can get the diagnostic data from this engine on every service that we do.
Yes, exactly. The engine itself is communicating with avionics by a communication protocol. And if you have some failures or something strange is happening, you can connect to the engine and you can download all the data which is stored in the engine control unit, so you can later inspect all what is happening during flight, during running of the engine. Okay, I would like now to explain a little bit of the emergency switches which we have on a cockpit and when we can switch if emergency occurs. We have, as I said, two batteries, and if we lose one generator, we can drain the first battery, and if this one is empty, then we can go to the second one. So we have one switch which is switching main battery and backup battery. Also we have second switch which is switching on the backup battery just for the screen, where we can enlarge the timing when we can see all the data on the screen. So if we are losing both generators, we have emergency switch where we connect battery directly to the engine, which is where we can then fly to the first airport, and then we can land safely. We have additional instrument G275 from Garmin, which is working only on battery if all power is lost, and where we can see all the data and all the data which we needed for safe landing.
So Toni, now that you have explained the differences and advantages and disadvantages of both engines, what engine would you choose for yourself?
For sure, now when advantages are known, and when I made a few installations, this engine, of course, I would choose.
I want to thank you for explaining this today, and many happy flights.
Thank you.